Imagine a small child who could rest her hand flat on a burning stove and feel absolutely nothing. No sting, no reflex to pull away, just a calm little face and the faint smell of something starting to burn. This is not a horror story. It is a real medical condition, and the children who have it are in constant, terrible danger. Precisely because nothing hurts. We spend our entire lives trying to escape pain. But what actually happens to the few people who can't feel it at all? Pain feels like the enemy. The stubbed toe, the broken bone, the headache that ruins an entire day. If you could switch it off forever, never hurt again, wouldn't you be tempted? A tiny number of people are born with exactly that. Their bodies genuinely cannot feel physical pain. Doctors call it congenital insensitivity to pain. And what it does to the people who have it will change how you think about hurting. In a poor town in the mountains of northern Pakistan, doctors once heard about a boy who performed on the streets. He would walk barefoot across burning coals, push blades through his arms for the crowd, and he felt nothing at all. The money paid for his family. Word spread. Researchers wanted desperately to study him. They never got the chance. On his 14th birthday, to impress his friends, he jumped from a rooftop. He died from the injuries. A boy who had never felt pain in his life, killed by the one thing that was missing from it. Around the world, a handful of families live with this same condition every single day. Their children are born, and at first, everything seems completely normal. Then the baby starts teething and chews its own lips and tongue raw because nothing ever tells it to stop. A toddler learns to walk, then walks for a week on a broken leg, laughing, without ever noticing. A scratch on the eye goes unnoticed until the sight is damaged. An illness burns inside them with no alarm to warn anyone. Parents describe it not as a gift, but as an exhausting, round-the-clock terror. Because pain is how a child learns that the world can hurt them. And these children never get that lesson. To understand why this is so dangerous, you first have to understand what pain actually is. Pain is not damage. Pain is a signal, a warning system your body has been perfecting for hundreds of millions of years. All over your skin, your muscles, even your organs, sit millions of microscopic sensors called nociceptors. When something threatens to harm you, heat, a cut, crushing pressure, these sensors instantly fire. The signal races up your nerves, into your spinal cord, and up to your brain, faster than you can think. And there, your brain does something remarkable. It manufactures a feeling so unpleasant you will do anything to make it stop. That feeling is pain. It isn't the injury itself. It's your own brain, screaming a single command, move now. In the people who feel nothing, this alarm system is broken at a single, precise point. For many of them, it comes down to one gene. Its name is SCN9A. That gene builds a tiny gate on the surface of your nerve cells, a channel called NAV 1.7. Every pain signal that travels through your body has to pass through that gate. But if the gene is broken, the gate never opens. The signal begins, and then simply vanishes into nothing. The injury is completely real. The nerves fire, but the message never reaches the brain. So the pain is never born. It sounds like a superpower. In films, the person who feels no pain is unstoppable, fearless, invincible. The truth is the exact opposite. Pain is the reason you shift in your chair before a sore forms. The reason your hand never rests on a hot pan. It's the reason you go to a doctor when something deep inside you feels wrong. Take all of that away, and the body begins to quietly destroy itself, with no one ever sounding the alarm. People with this condition collect injuries across their whole lives. Burns, fractures, infections that spread in silence. Many lose fingers and toes over the years. Many wear out their own joints, simply because nothing tells them to stop. And here is the cruelest part of all. Their life expectancy is dramatically shorter than everyone else's. Not because their bodies are weak, but because they never receive the one warning that keeps the rest of us alive. There is a girl in America, one of the most well-known cases of this condition in the entire world. Every single night, her parents inspect her whole body by hand, searching for the injuries she cannot feel. They have watched her keep playing on a broken bone, chew her own fingers as a baby, sit calmly in water hot enough to scald. Her mother once said the thing that every parent of these children eventually says: "I would give anything, anything at all, for my child to be able to feel pain." Think about that. A parent praying for their child to hurt. But here is where this story suddenly turns. That same broken gene, the one that makes their lives so dangerous, may be the most valuable discovery in modern medicine. Because if silencing this one channel removes pain completely, then a drug that does the same thing, safely, temporarily, could become the perfect painkiller. No addiction, no opioids, just an off switch for suffering. Right now, hundreds of millions of people live in chronic, untreatable pain. And the answer may be hidden inside the few who feel none. So scientists study these rare families intensely, trying to build that switch, to borrow their condition without its danger. The people the world once called freaks or miracles could end up saving more lives than any of us ever will. We think of pain as suffering, as the one thing we are always trying to escape. But pain is not your enemy. It is the oldest and most loyal guardian you will ever have. It is the invisible hand that pulls you back from the fire, that tells you when to stop, when to rest, when something is wrong. The people who cannot feel it would trade the world for the very thing you are trying to avoid right now. So the next time something hurts, a small, sharp reminder that you are alive, remember, it is the reason you get to be.